Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Diamond Factory. This is where diamonds are made. Diamond is our highest ranking in our company. And so we salute you and welcome you this morning. If you're here for the very first time, we welcome you to the Akana Nation, the Akana family. My name is Dr. Roz. I am the VP of Communications, and I'm excited to be here today. We have started since January a special session that we do on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night. And during that session, we call it the community. We call it our detox community. It's designed for those people who are going through a 7 or 21-day detox to come and share and to vent, to ask questions. It's designed for those who are thinking about doing a 7 or 21-day detox. It's designed for those who have just completed. It's designed to empower you, to help you make it across the finish line, to help make decisions about getting there. And so this past Tuesday, we had a pretty intense conversation that started. It was also an enlightening conversation about the frustration that so many of us go through when people just don't get it. And all of us have been there. All of us have been in that place where there's somebody in your life, a loved one, especially a loved one, especially a family member, especially a sister, brother, cousin, mama, auntie, somebody, and they're sick. They're going through in their body. They're having issues. They have health concerns and challenges. They've been diagnosed with this, that, or the other. And the more you tell them, the less they listen. So we had this conversation and the frustration that comes along with that when people just don't get it and you know they need it. They're sick, they're hurting. And so as I went away from the conversation, I reflected on how important it is for us to drip on people when they fall in this category. Drip, DRIP. See, I live in Houston, Texas, and we don't have the kind of cold that they have in Chicago or any of the northern states, but we oftentimes get freezes. And when we're scheduled to have a freeze in Houston, we're told to turn on our faucets so they will drip throughout the night. Not a steady stream, just a drip. Every now and then, we leave the pipes open because even a slow drip can keep the water flowing through the pipes to hopefully prevent them from completely being blocked by ice during a freeze. So after having that conversation, I was reminded about dripping, DRIP, diligently revisiting information persistently. DRIP. Diligently revisiting information persistently. See, I'm old school, and there used to be a concept, and for some of you, you may not even have a clue of what I'm about to talk about, but then some of you, you've been there. There used to be a concept, originated way back into the 19th century, but it gained a lot of popularity during the Great Depression era. Major retailers, the one that I think about immediately was Sears and Roebuck. Other department stores, they offered a plan for customers to make purchases by paying in installments over time without any interest and without any fees. And what this did, it allowed one to budget more effectively and you could afford items that otherwise you couldn't pay up front. It was called layaway. Layaway. Have you ever heard of that word, layaway? A few stores nowadays still allow layaway plans. Now, today's layaway plans are called BNPL. BNP as in Paul L. Buy now, pay later. They got plans out there now called like Affirm, Afterpay, Uplift, Apple Pay Later, Klarna, PayPal, Sezzle, and Zip, just to name a few. But as I began to think about this morning about the layaway plan, I had to think about this song that was done back in the day by the Isley Brothers. They had a song and it had some lyrics in it that said, I gotta hold on to my receipt, girl, to redeem your love. That's exactly what I need. Your love and kisses makes it feel complete. You ain't gonna get away. You ain't gonna get away. Gonna put your loving in the layaway. Coming back to get it on another day. Don't have to worry about getting away because your love is safe in the layaway. And that made me think about drip again. DRIP. Diligently revisiting information persistently. Why should we drip? Those persons that we come in contact with, instead of us getting frustrated and just all out of sort, just can't understand, hey, let's drip, 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 drip. Because what does dripping do? One, dripping helps to maintain awareness. Even though someone may initially express disinterest, and this works in everything that we do, in every area of our business, not just with the 7 or 21 day cleanse. Even if a person is not ready to try CBD, if a person is not open to essential oils, is not open to anything that we're doing, even in the business of a con. They don't want to be a distributor. They don't want to be a business partner. Well, drip, drip. Because dripping, number one, helps to maintain awareness, even though initially, they're not interested. Consistent exposure to information keeps the topic on their radar. Many of us here this morning have people in our lives and even in our own business that we approached years before they said yes. But you keep it on their radar. They may reconsider their stance over time. But by continuing to engage with someone, it demonstrates your commitment to them and their well-being. Yeah, you love them. You care about them. And what this can do, it can strengthen your relationship in the long run. But you're just dripping every now and then. Not overpressuring, not a consistent stream, just a drip. Number two, the second thing that dripping does is it builds trust. See, by providing valuable and relevant information without pressure, you demonstrate that your expertise and your genuine interest is in helping. And what this does, it can build trust and credibility, making them more receptive in the future. It might just be sending, when we get a new video, we get new videos. I think we recently just got a new testimonial video that's been put out there, and you check it out on our Facebook page. That's why you got to stay in tune with the things that take place on Facebook and the things that our CEO says to us on Monday morning, because she always shares those new little tidbits that we need, those new tools that we need, that you're able to drip. Number three, dripping helps you seize opportunities. People's circumstances and their priorities can change over time. Yeah, what's not important today becomes important tomorrow, next week, next year. It becomes important later. But by staying in touch and providing information, dripping, you position yourself to be there when they're ready. Yeah, when they're ready to engage or to explore the topic further. You leave the door open. Oh my goodness. You leave the door open for them to reconsider in the future. What may not be relevant or important to them now could become so later on. Number four. The fourth thing that dripping does, and the reason dripping is so beneficial, education and awareness. education and awareness. Sometimes people aren't aware of the benefits or the options available. I know you told them, but it didn't register. So dripping allows you to educate them gradually, helping them to make informed decisions when they're ready. I know you're ready now. I know, but they're not ready. So overall, what does dripping do? Dripping is a gentle, patient, yet persistent strategy. And it's an approach that respects people's boundaries while keeping the door open for potential future engagement. It keeps the lines of communication open and it fosters the possibility of future engagement and positive outcomes. So, the question I ask you this morning, who will you drip on? That may need to be a separate box on your desk, the people you're going to drip on. So you got Scott Reese has showed us how to organize things. We got to organize things on our desk. And we had some people that even showed on the screen this past week how they organize situations, how they organize their list, how they organize their database, how they organize their contacts. Everybody's not hot. Somebody's cold. Somebody's lukewarm. But as Scott has been teaching us to let people move themselves. You can't move nobody. You got to let people move themselves. Drip. So put somebody in that box. That means whatever day of the week that I choose or whatever time of the month that I decide that I'm going to send them something, because I'm not focusing on them all the time. I'm not using all my energy on those people. But I'm not going to take them off the shelf. I'm going to put them in the layaway. I'm going to come back to get them on another day and drip on them. So who is it? Who is it? Who are you putting in that box this month? Maybe you do it once a month. The month of February, who will you drip on? Because you don't know what's going on in their life, in their head, in their heart. Who will you drip on? Who will you drip on that may end up joining the call tonight at 7 p.m.? Who will you drip on that may decide, I'm going to listen, I'm going to be a fly on the wall on this community call? Who will you drip on that may be on the Saturday call? You're just dripping and letting them, reminding them that we have this, reminding them that we have a conference that's taking place in Chicago in April that you might want to attend. Drip. Drip, drip. Listen, Akana Nation, have a wonderful, wonderful Akana kind of day. And as our CSO tells us every single time, to push. Bye for now.